Center field, number 8, Jordan Mosley.
Allen Eagles baseball is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. With that class, I'm Michael Gulnick. As we are ready to see Allen take on Princeton. And when you look at this matchup on paper, the game isn't played on paper, as the cliche goes.
Except with Stratomatic.
That's right. But when you look at it on paper, this seems like it could be another one-sided affair. Princeton at the bottom of the standings in the district. They haven't done well against non-district opponents. Basically, they have struggled mightily all season long, while Allen is beating the heck out of everybody lately.
Yes, it's been ugly in a good way for Allen. I will say this, though. We were surprised last year at Princeton. There was suddenly a good game. They had a pitcher who the Allen Eagles could not figure out. And maybe that happens again today. That's why you got to play it, not just talk about it on paper.
Absolutely.
Number 11.
Before the national anthem, let me give you the Allen lineup. You probably know it. Kyle Tanksley leading off. Jaden Wilson batting second. Shea Young at third base, batting third. Chandler Hart batting cleanup and playing first. Ryan Blessing is the DH today. Carson O'Neill is batting sixth in right field. Caden Muscat in left field. Hayden Denny is the second baseman. And rounding out the lineup and behind the plate is Austin Mack. J.W. Powell is the pitcher today for Allen. And we will set their lineup. We want to keep people guessing.
Okay.
So we'll set that after the national anthem. Our national anthem here from Princeton High School. Is it me, or does it sound a little bit like the band may have been in a blender?
Yeah, it was a little scratchy there and a little delayed. I thought I was going to have to grab a microphone and get up there again.
Great. Is this where you did it?
No. I forget where it was. It was not here, though.
That was so exciting. All right, your lineup for Princeton. Marlon Alvarado leads off. He plays second. Jordan Mosley in center field. Felix Martinez batting third at short. The cleanup hitter is the DH, Skylar Barnes. Peyton Wilczynski is in left field. Caden Cochran is in right field batting sixth. Elijah Vega is behind the plate batting seventh. Jackson Watson is the first baseman. Braden Hyatt is at third base, and he is batting ninth. Garrett Turner is their pitcher. He's a tall right-hander. Don't know much about his stats, but we'll find out soon enough. J.W. Powell, as I mentioned on the mound today, Ed, he was terrific in his last outing. We talked about the depth of this pitching staff. It just seems like, really, when you couch Caden Muscat 1 through 4, each one of them capable of just a dominant outing.
Yeah, in past years, Allen, and I say this with all the love in my heart for my son who is on the team in 2024, not quite as deep pitching-wise as this year. And I think that's been a distinct advantage to them because But Chandler hasn't been where he needs to be just yet. He's getting there. I talked to his dad before the game. He says he's making some real good adjustments. So, and look for him to start shortly. I just think that they've been holding back a little bit while he works on a couple things. But for now, they're able substitutes up and ready to go.
That's right. So let me get this straight. You're blaming your son for the lack of depth.
Clearly.
Wow.
I'm harsh. But
if he's listening, I mean,
reality.
that is just...
He would say the same, though.
Yeah, but that's him.
Yeah, true.
That's self-awareness. You as a dad should be like, wow, he was unhittable.
I don't know if I would have said that in 2024. I can say it now with 2 years of retrospect behind me.
All right, there's baseball about to be played here at Princeton.
Why not?
Garrett Turner getting ready to deliver the first pitch of the game to Kyle Tanksley. And the first pitch is looped into left field with a base hit for Tanksley. And what else would you expect?
Now
Kyle going to Kyle.
Center field, number 4, Jaden Wilson.
Here is Jaden Wilson. Now, I mean this with no disrespect, but if you're Jaden here, I think against this team you're not looking to bunt.
I would hope not, but you never know. There's this theory you want to get on the board early just to be on the board, so let's see.
No indication that he wants to bunt, and that's a strike on the outside corner. We are literally behind home plate. Like if we said something bad about the umpire, he'd probably hear us.
Yeah, so we have to be careful.
So let's just assume he's going to get every call right. Throw to first. Tanksley dives in safely.
We'll blame it on the Allen crowd. We'll just point over
Pretty
there.
good crowd here from Allen.
Yeah, traveling well. Traveling well.
This is legitimate travel. 0-1 pitch on its way. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Wind blowing basically in, although a little bit left to right. You can probably see from the flag. It's way out there, though, and we do apologize. The camera is not as high as we'd like it to be, but it's just the way that logistics work out here in Princeton.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an unusual setup. We are sitting at a table literally in front of the press box, which is pretty high. And that one's going to get away from the catcher Vega, and down to second goes Tanksley.
I will say this, and I do remember this last year, you do have to be careful on those pitches that get by the catcher because it is brick behind home plate, as you can probably see from the camera.
And not a lot of room.
Not a lot of room, and it could bounce back with some gusto, and a catcher could pivot and throw.
2-1 pitch coming up to Jaden Wilson with Tanksley in scoring position. Just misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. Shea Young in the on-deck circle. Actually, just a step off the on-deck circle. I want to be accurate. All right, here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Good fastball by Turner. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Just underway from Princeton.
So far, Mr. Turner does not seem to be working all that quickly.
No, he would not be a friend of the pitch clock.
Very deliberate.
Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Good job by Jaden to fight that one off. So the count remains 3-2. Tanksley in scoring position at second. A base hit and then the wild pitch. And another 3-2 is forthcoming. Here it is. And again, it's fouled off. Good battle between Garrett Turner and Jaden Wilson. It is cool, but not nearly what your son and I experienced a couple weeks ago.
I was glad to not be there for that one.
Oh, my. I also think it's better because we're right here at ground level, so really don't have that much of a wind blowing in our face. Here's a 3-2 again. Slap toward center field, and that is going to get down. coming around to score easily is Tanksley, and Jaden Wilson stops at first with an RBI single. And 2 batters in, it's 1-0.
Next up to bat, third baseman number 9, Shea Young.
I will tell you the one disadvantage to being at ground level is it's hard to judge exactly how deep and where that ball's going to land.
Yeah, you know why there's a press box now.
Yeah, exactly.
Most places.
So if I'm a little hesitant, you'll know why. There goes Wilson, the throw down to second. Not going to be in time. A stolen base, head first slide by Wilson.
Pitch was a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
We do not have a pitch count up on the scoreboard here, so we're a little bit behind as far as that's concerned.
No balls and a strike to Shea Young. Another runner in scoring position. The pitch. Down low. 1-1 with Chandler Hart waiting to hit next. One pitch coming up. Garrett Turner to Shea Young. And that just missed. 2 balls and a strike. Well, that's that discipline that we talk about all the time. That pitch was very close, and yet Shea saw that it was off the plate, didn't offer.
All the games this year, Allen's been great at plate discipline.
And that is skied toward right field. Caden Cochran moving over toward the line, and he makes the grab. Wilson heads to third, dives in with no throw, but it looked good. And there's 1 down, a runner at third.
Productive out, as they say.
Yes.
I think it was
Next up
very
to bat,
good that
first
Jaden
baseman,
Wilson recognized that the right
26,
fielder was kind of running away from the play at third, so he was going to have to turn his body and make that throw. Slid in easily, safely. Looks like a slick surface out there at third base. He started his dive way early and almost went past the bag.
Here's Chandler Hart. And Chandler singles up the middle. Wilson scores, and it's 2-0.
Right back up the box.
So Tanksley and Hart both take advantage of the first pitch of their at-bats. Both productive.
Designated hitter
2-0 in favor of Allen.
So far we are not seeing what we saw last year, which was the Princeton pitcher giving Allen some fits. I believe he was a lefty, as I recall. It was one of those bite the outside corner lefties.
Well, lefties are always better. Outside corner for strike 1 to Ryan Blessing, the DH today. By the way, they have not credited Allen with that second run. I didn't imagine it, did I?
I have credited it.
Excellent.
So,
no balls and a strike. And the pitch. At the knees. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes to Blessing.
that's the first one I've noticed with a little wrinkle in it, although he may have been throwing some other ones. It just happens to be the first one I noticed. Started inside, broke over the plate.
So let's see what Ryan can do. Down in the count 0-2, and stepping off is Turner. Takes a peek over at Chandler, just to let him know. He knows he's there.
He knows he's there.
Yeah.
Want to let you know I'm here.
Absolutely. Mr. Power, Carson O'Neill, is on deck. There goes Chandler. Good pitch to throw, but Chandler is in there safely. And the reason I said it was a good pitch to throw down to second is because it almost was like a pitch out, but Chandler got too good of a start.
Yeah, he got a great jump on that.
So already 2 stolen bases in the inning. And the pitch. Grounded toward third. Braden Hyatt makes the throw. Going to third is Chandler Hart. Good throw across the diamond, by the way, from the first baseman watching to Braden Hyatt, but Chandler was still able to get in there.
Number 10, Carson O'Neill.
Yeah, third baseman made the play, but he didn't even take a peek at Chandler, so Chandler just stood where he stood his ground, which is what you're supposed to do, and wait for that guy to look at you. And if he looks at you, then you kind of turn back toward the base. But since he didn't, he was able to take off.
Here's a guy that has been swinging a red-hot bat. Carson O'Neill, 2 home runs in the last game. That first one, probably, if there was no gravity, would still be out there somewhere.
Launched.
1 ball, no strikes. And a good stop behind the plate by Vega.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but do we have another catcher that we've seen named Vega?
Maybe.
I thought
I'm trying to remember.
One of the earlier games, yeah.
2 balls and no strikes, and now it's 3-0. If O'Neill reaches, that'll bring Caden Muscat to the plate. And the 3-0. 4-pitch walk. Runners at the corners now with 2 down, and here is the aforementioned Caden Muscat.
Left field, number 12. Caden
I'll have to check, but I'm trying to remember when the last time Allen scored 1 run in an inning. I mean, there's been crooked numbers, I think, the last 2 or 3 games, every single time.
Doesn't happen often, just 1 run on the board. Well, this kid's come up with some clutch hits lately. And the first pitch to Caden sails high. That's 5 in a row that have missed. 1 ball, no strikes. They also have only credited Allen with 1 hit, and I believe they have 3. One and 0. Fakes to third, throws to first. Carson back in plenty of time.
Still legal in high school baseball, and I think college. No longer legal in the pros. That's locked in the pros.
It never worked.
No.
Maybe once. I think I might have seen it work once. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one almost hit Caden. 2 balls and no strikes. And the strike zone jumping around a little bit on Garrett Turner. Hayden Denny would love to get an at-bat in this inning, because if he does, he'll either have the bases loaded or at least a run in. Good pitch on the outside corner. Good placement by Turner. It's 2-1.
I got to think Caden was taking all the way on that after 6 balls in a row. You're going to make me throw a strike.
Absolutely. And the 2-1 pitch. Eventually. Here it is. Outside, there goes O'Neill. And he's got himself a stolen base, uncontested.
So in addition to 3 hits, Allen has 3 stolen bases.
Yeah, I don't see that on the board either.
No. Not usually a category on the Jumbotron out there.
Am I wrong that we have 3 hits?
No.
Okay, thank you. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball, base hit,
Now we
right
got 3
field.
runs.
That's probably going to score 2. Here comes the throw to the plate. And it's 4-0 in favor of Allen. Muscat ends up at second.
Next up to bat.
And what did I say? How many clutch hits does Caden come up with?
Nope, absolutely. Mistake there, not hitting the cutoff man. We talked about that. That's why Caden was able to take that next base up to second. So now you got a runner in scoring position again.
And here is Hayden Denny with a chance to knock in the 5th run. Pops the mitt on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Well, I don't think they're having much trouble figuring out Mr. Turner.
No.
Misses outside. And I do, because I'm a human being. You know, I have empathy.
Yeah.
I do feel bad when you know you've got a kid out there that, frankly, is
struggling a little bit. Yep.
And maybe a little bit overmatched, but let's see. Here comes the pitch, and that's grounded to short. Over is Martinez. He throws it across the diamond, and that's going to do it. But Allen puts up a 4 spot in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first, 4-0 Eagles.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Four runs on 4 hits and 3 stolen bases for Allen in a very productive top of the first inning. They lead it 4-0 as J.W. Powell on the mound. And as we talked about before the game, the right-hander has been very good. You know, sometimes I feel like a guy like him is a little underappreciated, but you know when he takes the mound, he's probably going to give you a really strong outing.
So thus far he has everything that we've seen. I don't know if how he did before we got here, but pretty solid.
Marlon Alvarado will lead off for Princeton. He'll be followed by Jordan Mosley and Felix Martinez. JW was a tiny bit late getting out to the mound, so he has not yet completed his warm-up pitches. Everybody kind of waiting.
I think that was partially because Austin Mack, the catcher, was on deck.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
So,
although typically if that's the case, they'll bring somebody else out, even like Blessing, to take...
Allen does not do that. For whatever reason, and this has been even since before Jason Wilson was the coach, Allen insists on the catcher warming up the pitcher, not someone else.
All right.
So... Not quite sure what the theory behind that is, but hey, all good.
Exactly. Ours is not to question why. Powell is set to go against Marlon Alvarado. And the first pitch, fouled right back to the screen. Want you to know I didn't flinch.
It was far enough to our right. If it's straight back, I'm flinching.
All right.
Let's see. That'll be the test for both of us if one comes straight back at us.
I'll stop trying to be tough. No balls and a strike. The pitch. And that's lined into right field. Coming on and not able to make the grab is O'Neill. Terrific effort. Thought he had it for a moment, but it leaked out of his glove in a leadoff single for Alvarado. Well, there goes the no-no.
Yeah, well, as they say in football, it did not survive the ground. The catch did not survive the ground, so.
Here is Jordan Mosley. Mosley, the center fielder. 4-0 Allen. And the pitch, Mosley lays it down, foul. No balls and a strike. You a little surprised that down 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that in some previous games. Not quite sure why down 4 you're trying to play for 1 run.
Well, they do it again. This time it's a good bunt. Chandler fields it, puts the tag on Mosley while Alvarado stops at second.
Just statistically does not make any sense to trade an out for
batting,
1 base.
Shortstop.
I mean, maybe you squeeze bunt to get a run in. You might trade the out for a run at this point in the game, but I don't think you trade an out for a base.
Well, I will say this, Felix Martinez may have the best walk-up music that I've heard this year.
Oh, I missed it. What was it?
Oh, My Girl by the Temptations.
Oh, nice. Little Francisco Lindor from the Mets uses that one.
Oh, well, you just spoiled it for me.
He's got 2 or 3 daughters, so that's why.
All right. I hope he knows whether it's 2 or 3.
Well, he does. I'm sure he does.
No balls and a strike on Martinez.
We're already here in the bottom of the first.
And the pitch. In there for a strike. That ball had some nasty movement on it.
Well, the wind had died down, but now it's picked back up. 315 down the lines, 372 to the power alleys. About a 10-foot wall in center field.
Yeah, not a very big wall. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good song, bat at bat for Martinez. And here is the DH, Skylar Barnes.
Now batting, DH, number 20, Skylar Barnes.
Skylar is country strong. You can just see it in the thick legs.
And the first pitch. Ooh, swing and a miss on a really good fastball. And I think Skylar tried to cut this lead in half.
Yes, he was. That was a wicked cut. He's not bunting.
No. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Into right field. That's going to get down, and it's going to score a run. O'Neill's throw. No, it does not. Whoa. I thought when it left the bat, sure thing, it was going to be an RBI. But Carson O'Neill played it perfectly. He charged the ball aggressively. And you know what he did? He hit the cutoff man.
He did hit the cutoff man. But he was told to let it go. And Austin Mack made a nice play on a short hop just to prevent the ball from getting past him.
So 2 singles in the inning against Powell. Runners at first and third for Peyton Wilczynski. And a swing and a miss. Barnes actually faked like he was going to try to steal second, but then went back.
JW didn't even pay him the time. It did not say. Just want to let you know.
Exactly. The 0-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball in there for a strike at the knees, outside corner. Unhittable.
Love it. We should talk about that because that's an ABS pitch that will not be called a strike in the major leagues this year, and I'm not happy about it.
0-2. Swing and a miss. He may have tipped it, but Mack held on to it. Second strikeout of the inning. Couple of hits, but no runs. We go to the top of the second. Allen 4, Princeton nothing. Top two coming up. Leading off will be Austin Mack as Allen sent 8 men to the plate in the top of the first inning. Always a good sign, my friend, when the number 9 hitter leads off the second.
Yes, it is. So can we talk about my ABS problem?
Yes, we should. Go ahead.
All right, so in the rule book, the strike zone is three-dimensional. It is a ball that has to cross any part of the plate.
Right.
The ABS system apparently has been giving people pitches that are just catching that outside corner that Major League Baseball has deemed unhittable. As a result,
pitch strike.
They have changed it so that it is not three-dimensional, the strike zone in the ABS. It is actually a two-dimensional thing in the middle of home plate now.
Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, again, you are the epitome of a traditionalist when it comes to baseball.
Yes, but I mean, this is just now playing with the rules.
Absolutely. Fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And I don't like it.
I know you don't. I know.
And I'm going to yell at those clouds later, too.
Cute little girl over there to the left.
Yeah. Good day to be at the ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. And that is skied toward shallow.
Shortstop.
Well, actually in the
shallow
infield.
Shortstop.
See, I told you. That was pretty shallow.
You were right. It was shallow.
So, a pop-up to the shortstop, Martinez, and there's 1 down.
5, Kyle Tanksley.
Here's Tanksley for his second at-bat.
Let's see if he sees more than 1 pitch.
Yeah. Got things started with that single in the first. And the first pitch is up high. 1 ball, no strikes.
He was ready to hit, though. He was like, if you're going to give me one in the middle again, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time.
And the 1-0 is lifted towards center field. Mosley comes on and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second for Allen, and that'll bring up Jaden Wilson.
Now batting center field, number 4, Jaden Wilson.
This is what was happening to Allen last year. They were like these little putting the ball in play, but not seeing any results. But already a 4 spot in the first inning.
That's why the 4 is good in the first inning. And that is hit down the first base line and foul. I will say this, you got to give Turner a lot of credit. After a very difficult first inning, he's come back with some pretty good results here in the second.
Seems to be have found the zone a little bit more. He's thrown more, not only strikes, but in good spots.
No balls and a strike to Wilson. The pitch, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think I definitely made the right coat choice today.
Good.
You know, this is my middle jacket, yeah. If not for the wind, I'd be wearing the light jacket. Just thought I'd let you know. 1-1, and that one is popped up. Shallow right field. Let's see who takes it. And it was the second baseman, Alvarado, who came over and tried to make the catch in foul territory. It glanced off his glove, so it's just a foul ball. Would have been a tough play.
Yes. We will not give him an error.
No, we will not.
Not that what we think matters anyway, but...
I mean, we're not going to put a star next to it, but we won't give him an error.
There you go.
It's like this jacket, somewhere in the middle. See how it tied that all in?
It's like Baby Bear. It's Goldilocks. It's just right.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Wilson. Turner trying for a 1-2-3 second inning. And he almost had it. Yeah, that was a purpose pitch that just missed. Like we've talked about, if you're going to miss with 2 strikes on a hitter, you want to do it close enough where it could entice that hitter to swing the bat. 2-2. just got a piece of it. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shea Young on deck. And the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. That was a little closer to us, and you didn't flinch.
I'm a flincher, though, I'll tell you, because when I used to do the game changer, this is the position I would like to be in when I was scoring games. And many a time, I would throw my hands up in front of my face.
Fouled back again. And once again, Wilson with a nice battle against Turner.
I have 2 and 2, right? Scoreboard says
I do, yeah.
0 and 2. All right.
Yeah. They've also given up on hits. They just,
just
doesn't matter anymore.
After the first one, it's like, all right, we're done.
And the pitch.
Ooh.
Lined up the middle. That's a 2-out base hit for Jaden Wilson. Takes a wide turn at first, but ends up retreating. A 2-out single for Jaden. He is now 2 for 2, and here is Shea Young.
Now batting, third base, number 9, Shea Young.
And I asked his dad about it a while back. I asked Colin Young. He is not named after Shea Stadium.
Good. Yeah, no reason. No reason. First pitch to Young. There goes Wilson. It's golfed into center field. Going back deep on it is Mosley, and he makes the grab. Kind of had to twist around to make sure that he caught that ball. So, Allen gets another hit, but they do not score. And we head to the bottom of the second, 4-0 Eagles. Bottom of the second inning. Again, the scoreboard says bottom of the third, but it is the bottom of the second.
You've got the scorecard right here, though. I'm just going to lean on you for that.
All right. Fair enough. Princeton did get a couple of singles against J.W. Powell in the first inning.
Right field,
Didn't
7,
score, and here is Caden Cochran to lead things off.
So I made my comment about Shea Young not being named for Shea Stadium because Chipper Jones, who is an outstanding player for the Atlanta Braves, hit like crazy when he played the Mets in Shea Stadium and named his kid Shea.
Really?
Yeah, because he hit so well against the Mets.
Good hack, fouls it off the bricks in front of us.
Yeah, Chipper was one of those guys, as a Met fan, you love to hate because he was just destroyed your team all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably had some of those. Cardinal players mostly, right?
There was a time when everybody could qualify. Yeah.
Well, no longer.
No longer, but still. Swing and a miss on a wicked breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Elijah Vega on deck.
I have memories of, was it Lou Brock as a Cardinal, but he played for the Cubs originally, didn't he?
You had to bring that up, didn't you? Outside corner, strike 3.
Beautiful.
Third strikeout of the game for Powell. Yes.
Do you remember?
Ernie,
were you old enough to remember him being with the Cubs?
No, that was like 62.
Okay. So yeah, same with.
But
me.
yeah, he was traded for Ernie Broglio.
Oh, okay.
Broglio, or however you pronounce it, and
that guy.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, Ernie Broglio.
Oh
no?
Yeah. Always will go down as, if not the worst, one of the 2 or 3 worst trades in Cubs history. Check swing by Vega did not go around, so it's 1 ball and no strikes.
That pitch isn't working for JW. He's just going to keep going back to it.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jackson Watson on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was a bit late on another crisp fastball.
Mid is really popping. Maybe it's just because we're so close. We're used to being further away, but that mid feels popping today.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Wow.
Another swing and a miss.
I mean, he was well late into that cut.
So the count, 1-2.
I'm going to throw it again.
JW looking for his 3rd straight strikeout. And he's got it. Two down. And here is Jackson Watson.
That's one of those, as a pitcher you recognize, oh, you can't hit that? Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
And my guess is we'll see a similar pitch selection here. First pitch just low. 1 ball and no strikes. JW delivers. Outside corner. And he can do that all day.
Yep.
One ball and 1 strike. Another breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Thing had some movement on it. Had some velocity too, but it had some late movement.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Can he strike out the side? Indeed he does. 4 straight strikeouts now from J.W. Powell. 5 overall. A 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the 3rd. 4-0 in favor of Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Some dangerous bats coming to the plate for Allen in the top of the 3rd. Chandler Hart, Ryan Blessing, and Carson O'Neill against Garrett Turner, who recovered very impressively in the 2nd inning after a rough 1st inning. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Eagles.
Chandler Hart.
Chandler hit one up, back up the box his last time up.
First pitch swinging that first time.
Yes, sir.
Turner set, and the pitch. Dips low, 1 ball, no strikes. And Turner steps off the rubber for a moment. Now he's ready. Good fastball in there for a strike. Knee-high fastball.
Chandler's like, I think I'm going to get a better one than that.
And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit well, but to short. Martinez, and a good throw, gets Chandler by about a step and a half. So 1 down, and let's see, he is now retired 5 of his last
Now
6.
batting for the Eagles, DH number 3, Ryan Blessing.
And here is Ryan Blessing. First pitch, laced into left center field. That's a base hit toward the gap. Blessing is thinking 2. He's on his way to second. It's going to be close, and they got him. There was just the slightest of hesitation on Ryan's part as he rounded first, and that was the difference.
Yeah. Looks like the second baseman is hurt. I'm not sure what
Next up
happened.
to
Didn't
bat
look like
for
there
the
was a
Eagles,
collision, and I think
right
Ryan tried to
fielder
do
number
the
10,
swim move on him.
Carson O'Neill.
Did not quite work out, but looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's Alvarado, the leadoff man for
Elbow.
Princeton.
Looks like an elbow injury, someone was saying. Hopefully that's just a stinger in that elbow. Sometimes, you get that funny bone hit. But, and he was writhing for a little bit there.
And he's still down.
Yeah.
He is still down on the dirt, as it were.
Yeah.
This is the second straight game we have seen an injury happen to the opposing team. Now he's up. And let's see if
Walking off. Looks like he's going to stay out there.
Wow.
Yeah, the way he went down, I thought for sure he was going to be coming out, but maybe, like I said, he just hit it the wrong way, and it stung a little bit more. Hopefully he's all right.
Glad he's going to stick around, and here is Carson O'Neill.
Still kind of stretching it out a little bit.
Yeah, still grabbing at that elbow.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see, like, the first ball that's hit to him, how he feels.
Glove hand, so shouldn't affect his throws.
Another good fastball in for a strike. Now, this is definitely, the last 2 innings have been far more reminiscent of last year.
Yes.
And the 0-1 just misses the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike.
How your Cubbies doing?
I know you would have.
I see you checking the game. Trying to put one past me.
That's 1-0 Cubs.
2-1 here, Michael. So you just
Is there a... Yes. Oh, that's right. These guys right in front of me. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to O'Neill. Good eye as that one misses. Glanced off of Vega's glove, but since there's no base runners, a non-event. 3-1 is the count. And that one is golfed into center field. Mosley moving over, and he makes the grab almost right in front of the right fielder, Caden Cochran, as that one kept drifting. But another easy inning. Yes, a hit, but a good play at second to retire Blessing. We go to the bottom of the third. It remains 4-0 Allen. Bottom three. And the home plate umpire just came over and asked us to confirm that it was the bottom of the third. So the press box is incorrect. Well, the box itself is fine. The people running the scoreboard incorrect.
Right.
And we are, in fact, just in the bottom of the third inning. That is, you know what? That is the very first time the home plate umpire has ever asked us anything.
That is true, because we're usually far enough away that we don't get asked anything. But
no,
our opinion counts.
It does today, and
I feel seen.
And apparently he feels that we're respecting him because he was friendly, came over.
Oh, and look, they've cleared the scoreboard. I'm gonna make a correction. I know exactly, but that's the same way that the scoreboard is in Allen, is that there's no way to fix it. You've got to redo it from the start.
Yeah, and they just gave Princeton 2 runs. Okay.
We're watching.
Braden Hyatt leads things off.
You're not going to get that past us. All right, there we go. Now we're making progress.
Hyatt, the third baseman. There we are. We're caught up. First pitch from J.W. Powell is a good fastball, called strike. Four nothing Cubs, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. Same score here. Another fastball on the outside corner. 0-2.
All day long.
No doubt. And the 0-2. Misses outside.
See where Austin Mack set up on that pitch?
Yep.
That's like, okay.
All right, so J.W. Powell has a streak going, my friend. He's got 4 straight strikeouts. Do we hear 5? Well, we may eventually, but that one also dips a little bit outside, 2-2.
Yeah, the first one was a setup. That one missed.
And the 2-2 pitch on its way. Slap foul. We'll do it again.
Well behind the fastball.
Top of the order up next here for Princeton. That is Marlon Alvarado, who looks to be okay, just taking a look at him.
Mm-hmm.
And a breaking ball, called strike, had Hyatt fooled, and there is your 5th straight strikeout.
Now batting, second baseman, number 2.
Now I'm guessing it's more considerably more than 5, but I wonder what the Allen record is for consecutive strikeouts.
Yeah, it would be neat to have access to records like that, but not at the high school level, unfortunately.
Here is Marlon Alvarado, and he takes a called strike, and that is, again, we've talked about this countless times. What separates Allen from a lot of the teams they play is their pitchers get first pitch strikes. Stays just a bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alvarado 1 for 1 with a single to lead things off in the bottom of the first inning. And he fouls that one off. And
that caught Ryan a little bit. Austin, sorry. Yes.
I did it last time this happened, so don't worry.
Yeah. You know, so they both wear that single-digit number with the
exactly
with the chest protector that blocks the number.
And that did not break. It hits Alvarado, who understandably is not happy after.
Did that hit him in the arm? But
I don't think. I'm not sure if it did. It might have hit him in the tush.
Okay, hit him in the backside. All right.
But he was not pleased. This has been a painful game so far for him.
Yeah. Well, certainly not on purpose with a 1-2 count.
Exactly. Now that was a breaking ball that didn't break.
Yeah.
So here is Jordan Mosley.
Didn't even look.
There goes the runner. And he had that one stolen when he got up for breakfast this morning. I mean, he got a terrific jump. I don't know if what I just said made sense. It doesn't matter.
It does. It just took a walking lead. He turned, started walking down to second base, and JW never even looked over.
1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. When you have the kind of stuff that Powell does, you almost would, not almost, you do. You prefer that he focus entirely on the hitter.
Yeah, but you want to keep that runner close. You want to preserve the double play because it's less pitches too on your arm. So
got a piece of it, fouled it into the bricks right in front of us.
Yeah, didn't flinch. That was not coming back at us.
No. I'd be disappointed in myself if I flinched, period, because there is a big net.
I know.
It's right there.
But your brain doesn't work that way. Well, my brain doesn't work that way.
Now, is it feasible for a ball to get through the netting?
Unlikely, unless you see like a hole.
Yeah. 1-2 is swung on and missed. Well, the streak is over because of that hit by pitch, but he has now struck out 6 of his last 7 batters faced. Now do you hear my girl?
I do. Sunshine on a cloudy day.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just for today.
I don't know. Now, depending on what the score is as we get later in the game, we may discuss the excellence of the Temptations. Because you're talking about, I mean, they were unbelievably good.
Yes.
However, you could make a case that because of how good they were, they overshadowed a group that was equally good, the Four Tops. All right. No balls and a strike. Alvarado takes his lead off a second, kind of jumping around. And the pitch. Fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes.
I'll go back a little further. What about the ink spots?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people my son's age, and my kids are 24 and 27, really like the ink spots because apparently they were featured prominently on a video game that is very popular.
Did not know that.
Yeah. The 0-2 coming up. Here it is. Grounded to short, backhanded by Tanksley. Long throw. Got him. Good stretch by Chandler Hart, although he didn't have to stretch that much, as tall as he is. Good defense closes out the third. As we head to the top of the fourth, it remains 4-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Now we are in the top of the 4th inning, officially. And leading it off will be Caden Muscat, followed by Hayden Denny and Austin Mack. I know since I was talking about my Cubs, your Mets have another game, second game with Pittsburgh coming up.
Yep. Get a chance to see Nolan again.
And the pitch, and Muscat showed bunt, but that pitch was well outside, so he pulls it back. 1 ball, no strikes.
I'm sorry, that's not right. Peterson's going to the lefty.
Yes, he is.
The lefty.
Against Mitch Keller. Or which Keller is it? I think it's Mitch.
Yeah, I think it's Mitch.
And that is hit into shallow center field. Charging and making a nice play is Jordan Mosley. That ball was sinking fast.
Caught the wind, and it was definitely had a lot of topspin on it, so it was sinking
number 17,
even faster, but he did make a nice play.
Here is Hayden Denny. Denny grounded out to short, his first time up. And the first pitch is a ball. Turner has really settled in, and again, we made the comment maybe a little prematurely back in the first inning that you feel bad for a kid that seems to be a little overmatched. I don't think he's being overmatched right now.
He's hitting his spots now. That's the key difference. In the first inning, he was leaving it fat.
Outside, 2-0 with Mack on deck. Now, how surprised were you when the Mets knocked Skeens out in the first inning?
I'm not going to lie. I was surprised.
Popped up in foul territory, and over there to make the play is Jackson Watson, the first baseman, and that wasn't an easy play right in front of the Allen dugout.
No, he's getting no help from those guys. They weren't saying, hey, got plenty of room.
Batting for the Eagles, catcher number 6, Austin Mack.
Here is Austin Mack, who is 0 for 1. He popped up to short his first time up.
But yes, very happy about the Paul Skeens knockout.
And that hung up there a little bit, hit toward left, but coming over and making the play is Peyton Wilczynski, and that's about as good a defensive inning as Princeton is going to have all year long. 3 pretty nice plays. Nothing doing for Allen. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0 Eagles. Well, they say there's a first for everything.
Yeah.
And we just saw it as Ryan Blessing came out to start warming up J.W. Powell while Austin Mack was getting dressed, so to speak. And you made a very good point that it likely was the umpire that insisted that Allen do that, because you remember the last time it took Powell and Mack a long time to get out to the mound and behind the plate.
speed of play issue. I'd be curious as to that, but like I said, I cannot remember Allen doing that previously, and that, like I said, rolls back to even the Paul Coe administration.
4, 5, and 6 due up in the bottom of the fourth for Princeton. Skylar Barnes, Peyton Wilczynski, and Caden Cochran to face J.W. Powell. And again, like you mentioned earlier, we don't have a pitch number up there, or pitch count, but I don't think it's very high.
No.
I'd be surprised if he's thrown more than 40 pitches. First pitch, low and outside. Slapped foul against the netting, 1-1. It's interesting. I mean, we saw what Allen did to McKinney in those back-to-back games, and especially in Game 2, and we said they played a horrible game, but they're probably a better team. We're kind of seeing the opposite of that, and I'll explain more after this pitch. Swing and a miss. I will say this about Princeton, and I more so on the defensive side. They haven't won a game in district. They've struggled all year long, but their defense looks really solid.
Yes.
And we know that their pitcher, Turner, is doing a terrific job since the first. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Is this Barnes? Is that right?
Yep, Skylar Barnes.
Barnes takes his hacks.
Yes, he does.
He likes to hit, you can tell.
He singled the first time up.
Yep.
1-2. Missed the inside corner, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good try by Powell. Kind of mix things up a little bit. Now let's see if he comes back with a good old-fashioned fastball. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout for J.W. Powell. That is his 8th strikeout.
Wow.
And we are only 3 1/3 innings into this game for him. Here is Peyton Wilczynski. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Swing and a miss.
Has he gotten everybody in the lineup at least once?
No.
Okay.
The only one that has not struck out is Alvarado.
Reach base twice.
Yep. Misses the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Misses low, 2 balls and a strike. I have noticed that the scoreboard has worked out its kinks.
Yes.
Things seem to be running smoothly. They may have brought in a relief score.
Probably a lefty.
Yeah, absolutely. Good breaking ball. Got Wilczynski to swing through it. 2-2. No runs on 2 hits for Princeton today. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him again. And right now, J.W. Powell is nearly unhittable.
$1 popcorn.
He's putting it right where he wants it.
Don't forget your hot chocolate.
Hitting his spots up, down, left, right.
Caden Cochran.
Here's Caden Cochran.
His only struggle has been he's had a couple of curveballs that have not curved.
Exactly.
One of them hit a batter, but the other 2 have just kind of remained inside.
But those have been few and far between. And another swing and a miss. I got a stat for you right after this pitch. Another tentative swing and a miss. He has retired only 2 guys for Princeton without a strikeout.
Wow.
One a sacrifice bunt, the other ground out to short. Whew. That's how dominant he's been. And here we go. Tap to Denny. Denny's got time, makes the throw. And that was number 3 among guys retired without striking out. Another 1-2-3 frame for Powell. Heading to the bottom or the top of the 5th. It's 4-0 Allen. We are in the top of the 5th inning, and the top of the order is coming up for Allen, Tanksley, Wilson, and Young against Garrett Turner. He has allowed only 1 hit since the first inning, no runs. So he may not be as strikeout dominant as Powell is, but he has been just as effective.
Yeah, really mowing down the Allen hitters the last couple of innings. Like I said, it's a question of hitting his spots. First inning, he was a little wild and unable to place it where he wants it. Now everything's going right where catcher's glove goes up.
Well, I think, and again in that first inning, a lot of his strikes just were in places that were pretty easily hittable.
Yes.
Not an inch.
You know.
All right, here is Tanksley. Let's see if Allen gets the offense going again with the top of the order. And hit by pitch.
That's one way to get on base.
Absolutely. Didn't look like it stung Tanksley, so
field number 4, Jaden Wilson.
We'll see if he's on the move again.
I would look for it.
Yeah, he was on the move first pitch when he reached in the first inning. Wilson is 2 for 2. Throw over to first, Kyle back standing. Shea Young on deck. And the pitch to Wilson. And that is lifted in foul territory toward the Allen dugout and out of play.
Wind blew that one out.
And Jaden makes his way back to the batter's box.
He's happy that one got out. Gets another chance to get back in that box.
More often than not, when he does get in that box, good things happen. Mm-hmm. This kid can just flat out hit.
That's 1 through 9 with Allen, though.
True.
At least this year.
And again, Turner just wanted Tanksley to know that
he was there.
He was there. That might become our, if you're scoring at home,
for this season.
Go to this season, yeah. And again,
that was more of a I'm trying to get you. That was not a I just want to let you know I'm here.
Yeah,
that was more.
Kyle still got back standing up. He was pretty much on first base before the throw got there.
Yeah.
Kyle not going, and that pitch is lace foul.
Turner has not shown a great move to first.
No, he is not, but it's been effective enough where Kyle is still standing at first base.
Yeah.
Takes a decent lead.
He almost went on that first pitch, but he got looked back. Yep.
Well, again, like you said, he doesn't have a great move, but it has done enough to put the thought into Tanksley's mind that he's got to be careful.
But you got to wonder if that now is distracting him from coming home and advantage Jaden Wilson now.
The 0-2, there goes Tanksley. The pitch is a ball. The throw down to second is not in time, and a head-first stolen base for Tanksley.
Kyle got hit again with the ball.
It's like the baseball gods have picked one guy out from both teams and decided you're going to get beaten up today. So now RBI opportunity for Wilson. He is behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Turner comes home. Fouled off. And that is something that Jaden Wilson does so well, especially with those pitches on the outside part of the plate, where he's not trying to drive it. He's not trying to do much with it except just stay alive.
Mm-hmm. Just spoil it. See another one.
Another 1-2 pitch coming up with Tanksley taking his lead off second. And there he goes down to third, and he has got third stolen. 2 stolen bases now for Tanksley in this inning, 3 overall. All right, what's the Allen record for most stolen bases in a game? So a golden opportunity for Allen to add to their 4-0 lead, and they will likely do that. This pitch is lined to center field. Mosley's got it, and his throw is cut off. It's 5-0 Allen. Sacrifice fly RBI for Jaden Wilson, and here is Shea Young.
Number 9, Shea Young.
You know what? It's the old baseball adage. Get him on, get him over, get him in.
Yep, that was beautiful.
The adage or the play?
Both of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shea Young comes to the plate with the bases empty. You mentioned the wind, that it is blowing in, but it doesn't seem to be blowing in nearly as strong as it did earlier.
No.
So I don't think if you were to get one, you get a hold of one, it could go. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch.
Oop, well, excuse me there.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chandler Hart on deck. Young is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right, flown out to center. And the 1-1. Laid off a tough pitch. That one didn't miss the outside corner by much, but Shea watched it come all the way in for ball 2.
Let it go all the way out.
There you go. 2-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher. 2-2.
I think he took a little bit off of that one.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. And that one dips low, so the count goes full. And they just literally reset the ball strike on the scoreboard. The pitch, again, fouled off at the plate. I think they figured when it got to 3-2, they'll just, you know what, let's just start it over.
It's going to be a resolution either way.
Yeah. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count with 1 out in the pitch. And that's laced into left field. A solid base hit for Shea Young. His first hit of the game in 3 at-bats, and that'll bring Chandler Hart to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI single.
Now batting, first baseman number 26, Chandler Hart.
And we're going to have a pinch runner for Shea.
And that's Langston Mosley. And now we have 2 Mosleys in the game. Langston at first, Jordan Mosley playing center field.
I'm assuming no relation, but you never know. Could be cousins.
Yeah, it'd be nice, you know, if they knew each other. But who knows?
I would say with an unusual name like Agolnik and Kless, if you know of another Kless, it's probably my cousin.
Absolutely. Yeah, same thing. Same thing here.
Mosley, not quite as rare as either of our last names.
Speaking of relations, I'm going to give you a fact here in a moment.
All right.
It's going to blow your mind. So, you remember the Where's the Beef lady?
Yeah.
Back in the old days?
Yeah.
Well, her last name was Peller.
Okay.
Which was my mom's maiden name.
Ah.
They were distantly related. Never met each other, know each other existed, but they were related as that one sails in for a strike.
Martha Peller? What was that?
I'm trying to remember her name.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Worldwide fame.
Absolutely.
For Where's the Beef?
For 3 words. And the pitch is lifted toward right field, slicing and foul. That one ended up well foul. All right, here we go. We're going to find out. Clara,
yes.
Clara Peller. The 1-2 coming up. Instead, the throw to second, and they had him leaning.
First.
Or first. I don't know why I said second, but throw to first, and they had Wilson leaning, but he got back. That was the good pickoff move.
That was the good pickoff move. Finally showed it.
And the 1-2. And there he goes, and it's grounded off the glove. The pitcher now goes to first, and he gets Chandler Hart. Good job by Turner, and on the play, Wilson takes second.
Almost like a sacrifice, unfortunately, for Chandler. That goes as a 1-3.
And that'll bring Ryan Blessing to the plate. An RBI opportunity with 2 outs.
Eagles, DH number 3, Ryan Blessing.
Where's the Beef was Wendy's, right? That's at Wendy's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Down low. If you watch some of those old commercials from the 70s and early 80s that at the time were just ridiculously big, and you watch them now and you wonder, why?
Yeah. There's one Wendy's commercial, and I'll mention it after this pitch that I really love.
1-0 pitch, outside 2-0.
It was a having no choice is no fun, and it was East German or Russian beauty pageant, and the women came out, and there was a "Is next swim there." The woman came out and she had a beach ball.
And that got Blessing on the hand. Good thing he's not catching today because that had to sting.
Yeah. Then he'd come out, "Is next evening there," and it was the same woman, but instead of a beach ball, she was holding a flashlight.
Interesting. I don't recall that one.
I'll have to send it to you. It is hysterical.
Now batting, right field number
Very
10,
nice.
Carson O'Neill.
So now runners at first and second with Carson O'Neill. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Definitely a Cold War commercial.
Yes.
that people would look at today and say, what? What is going on here? Ooh.
And that is inside for a ball. Same thing with some of the cartoons that, you think back to some of those cartoons from back, when you and I were growing up, we're the same age. And some of them were kind of raunchy at times and very violent.
Well, many of them, especially the Merry Melodies, Looney Tunes, they were nicely stroked.
And that's headed towards center field, coming on and making a shoe-top catch is the center fielder, Mosley. He's made about 2 or 3 really good plays in center field. So Allen threatens, but they do not score, or they score 1, and we head to the bottom of the 5th, and it's 5-0. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up, and it's 5-0 in favor of Allen. A little while ago, they advertised for the, the food, the concession stand, and they mentioned hot chocolate.
Oh.
Now
batting for the Panters.
This is just me talking.
Yeah.
And probably you as well, since you come from an area that had pretty harsh winters. This is not hot chocolate weather.
Nah, it's not snowing.
Yeah.
There's got to be white stuff on the ground.
Can't see my breath. I'm not shaking. Well, J.W. Powell has been outstanding. 9 strikeouts through 4 innings. And he'll get started with Elijah Vega, followed by Jackson Watson and Braden Hyatt. All 3 struck out their last times up. And the first pitch of the inning from JW is a called strike on
1.
the outside corner.
Oh, gee. What a surprise.
And a lot of them have been in that same spot, by the way. 0-1. And that's hit well into center field, and it gets down in front of Jaden Wilson. And that is a leadoff single for Elijah Vega.
Now batting for the Panthers, first baseman number 16, Jackson Wagen.
And here is Jackson Wagen. I think I was saying Watson before, but it's Wagen.
Wagen, okay.
Finally heard the PA guy.
Oh.
We're going to have a courtesy runner because Vega is the catcher.
I like it when you say correctly that it's the courtesy runner, not a pinch runner.
Thank you.
Because there is a difference.
There is. That pitch sailed up high. 1 ball, no strikes. And can't tell you who it is yet. Another fastball high. 2 balls and no strikes.
Number 1.
Number 1. So that would be Jacob Hovine. Just call him Jacob.
JH.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Let's keep an eye on JW. A little less crisp so far here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Over to first. Hovine back. I'm going with Hovine.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you over it.
Appreciate that. That wouldn't sound good.
No.
And a fastball that just missed. So now the count is 3-1.
Hovine's got that oven mitt on for stealing bases.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a bit of an awkward swing by Wagen because he was literally backing out when he swung the bat.
Yeah.
Now, if he does reach, it'll be the first time all game long that the first 2 hitters of an inning have reached. And that's what's going to happen. So, Princeton making a little bit of noise.
Coach Tankley is going to come out and have a little settle down talk.
Now batting for the Panthers, third baseman, number 6, Braden Hyatt.
We cannot see the bullpens from where we're sitting. Good view of the dugout, but we can't see what's on the other side of the dugout.
Right.
And so I wouldn't expect that anybody is loosening yet, but if he doesn't get the next guy, I wouldn't be surprised if they get some action going. Braden Hyatt is stepping to the plate.
Coach Tankley said, you know what? I'm cold. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Well, we're not going to see any mercy rule today.
Well, we still could. Well, not in the 5th anyway, but...
I'm guessing not, based on how Turner's been pitching.
Yeah. Although he may be starting to tire as well.
And that's true.
Got to be getting up there pitch-wise.
And the first pitch to Hyatt is a good strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Now, this is where it gets interesting because after Hyatt, it's back to the top of the order, and we know Alvarado can swing the bat.
Or get in the way of a pitch.
Yeah, exactly. And the 0-1. Called strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
This is the J.W. Powell of the first 4 innings.
Exactly. And a swing and a miss. That is more like it. And that, my friend, is strikeout number 10.
Next up to bat for the Panthers, second baseman.
All right, here is Marlon Alvarado. And he has reached base twice. I think it's the first time you've stood up during a game.
Yeah.
I might try it. Checks the runners at first and second, and the pitch. Good block by Mack.
Slightly better view. 18 inches higher.
Huh. Maybe I should stand on the little
the
bench we've got here. That'd be awkward. And the 1-0 pitch is chopped toward Young at third. He's got it. The throw in time. Boy, that was a good play by Shea Young. Almost creeped out of his glove, but still made the nice throw across the diamond. So there are runners at second and third, but more importantly, 2 outs.
What I liked about that play from Shea is there was no hesitation at all going to first base. That's exactly what he needed to do. There was no, do I try to get the lead runner? Do I try to go to second? We are at this point 5-0. Get outs. You're in an out countdown now.
First pitch to Mosley. Up high. And that ball took long enough to get to him where he could actually put together a PowerPoint presentation on why he should go to first base.
There you go. Yeah. Took that second high hop off the turf.
Swung on and missed. Count evens at 1. So yes, Alvarado did ground out, but he still remains the only member of the Princeton lineup without a strikeout today. 1-1 coming to Jordan Mosley. Called strike at the knees. As we mentioned earlier, Mosley has played a terrific center field today. He's made, like I said, about 3 plays that were anything but routine.
Mm-hmm. Reading the wind really well.
Yep. And the 1-2. And that's chopped toward hard at first. Easy play. Steps on the bag. And so Princeton threatens with getting the first 2 men on, but they do not score. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 5-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Top of the 6th inning. Very disappointing news I just heard. Chandler Hart has not heard from the Cubs recently.
Let's go, Mets.
Yeah, he has heard from them. Caden Muscat, first pitch, ground ball, and that's going to sneak away from the second baseman, Alvarado. Again, would have been a very difficult play even if he had fielded cleanly.
Yeah.
And it's a leadoff infield single from Muscat. I'm going to try that standing up thing, by the way.
Yeah. It's working out for me a little bit. I like to see the back getting a little stiff. We're on a bench, again, back against a wall, but it's still not the same as having that lumbar support.
Absolutely. You know what I've noticed? You can see a little bit more when you stand up.
That's what I told you.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe we should stand on the bench.
Interesting concept. Hayden Denny at the plate. And the pitch. There goes Muscat. And the throw down to second on a bounce. Not nearly in time. Another stolen base. And those have been plentiful for Allen today.
I believe the pitch was a strike. They haven't put it up on the board yet, but I thought I saw a right arm go out.
No balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position for Denny. And Denny turns on one and laces that one foul, but that thing was solidly hit. Oh, it is Nico.
Oh. Pinch hitting, we missed that. That's another thing that we're not able to see because we're up high. Usually you see someone coming out on deck, but it's kind of out of your purview.
Well, the
we're this close.
other thing is we're not getting any announcements.
Oh, that's true, too.
So Nico Evangelopoulos is the pinch hitter and behind in the count.
Always appreciate the opportunity to say Evangelopoulos.
Absolutely. Now it's a pleasure. It was a challenge before, but... And the pitch to Nico. Swing and a miss, and he goes down swinging. One down with Muscat standing on second. And here is Austin Mack. 0 for 2 today.
Catcher number 6, Austin Mack.
Caden Muscat looking in from second. Top of the order on deck. And the pitch. Low and outside for ball 1. By the way, I'll say this, and not just because he's standing pretty close to us, in front of us, but this home plate umpire has been very good today.
He has been very consistent.
Yeah.
I agree.
And again, I don't say that because he actually acknowledged us and asked us a question. Yes, I do feel closer to him than I do any other umpire because of that, but
we are actually physically closer to him than any of the umpire that we've been at any game. This is a weird spot.
Yeah, it is.
I believe we sat up in the stands last time, and that was pretty awkward, too.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of on an angle.
2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Instead, the turn and throw to second, and Caden is back as that ball actually got away momentarily from Alvarado.
Alvarado making the tag before he had the ball.
Always troublesome.
Wind is picked up again. It's straight in again.
The pitch, and that stays inside. 3 balls and no strikes. And this is dangerous for Turner because you've got the top of the order coming up. The 3-0 pitch. And that misses a 4-pitch walk. And now Allen has runners at first and second with 1 down, and Kyle Tanksley coming to the plate.
Now batting.
And we got another courtesy runner in at first for Austin Mack. Let's see if I can identify that. Number 7.
And the first pitch to Kyle is chopped foul. No balls, 1 strike. Jared Mangan, the courtesy runner.
Very good.
I caught myself there. Didn't want to disappoint you.
I don't know, you know.
And the 0-1 to Tanksley. Sails just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Vega tried to steal that one, but not quite. That did kind of break out of the river, so to speak, over the left-handed batter's box.
Out of the river and through the woods.
Like getting here.
I set it up for you and...
I cracked that one.
Yep.
That was long gone. Can't give me a fat fastball like that.
2 balls and a strike as the catcher Vega goes out and has a chat with Turner. Again, we can't tell if they've got somebody warming up. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah, we've got to think so. This late in the game, and he's thrown a lot of pitches. These same 2 teams again on Tuesday.
That's right, at Allen.
The friendly confines.
Yes. Good spinner on the inside corner. That one started inside and then came back to catch part of the plate.
Kyle's seen more pitches in this at-bat than he did in his previous 3.
Yeah. And now the 2-2. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jaden Wilson on deck. Runners at first and second. Muscat the runner at first. Mangan the courtesy runner at first.
That was aggressive.
I thought so. That was my intention. Swing and a miss, and that is probably the first time all season long I've seen Kyle a little fooled on a pitch.
Good pitch.
Next up to bat for the Eagles, center field number 4, Jaden Wilson.
And here is Jaden Wilson. Now with 2 down. First pitch to Jaden Wilson. 1 ball, no strikes. I don't want to jinx it, but it's been a pretty quick game so far.
You just killed it.
Again, the pickoff attempt at second, and I'm not sure if I've seen that before, where second baseman was standing well off the back. One ball, no strikes.
Odd throw.
Pop foul. Again, you just cannot give Turner enough credit for how he bounced back. It looked like it was going to be a short day for him, and he has really buckled down and pitched very well against a great lineup. Outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Really, in the last 4 innings, there has not been a lot of action. I mean, it's just been a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah,
a lot of hits to the infield, pop-ups.
No, you're right. And that is popped up as Wilson was jammed, and coming in to make the play again is the center fielder Mosley. And that's going to do it for Allen here in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-0 Eagles. Here's a song that's not overplayed, especially in commercials. Born to be Wild. By the way,
Steppenwolf, right?
many years ago, we were in, long before we had any idea that one of our kids would be living there, we were up in Minneapolis. I think we were visiting, because at that time we still lived in Chicago. Wasn't a very long drive, and we went to a game in the old Metrodome.
Oh, God, I was there once. Okay, go
Gotta
ahead.
love that baggie.
All right.
But who was sitting a couple rows in front of us but Steppenwolf?
Nice.
The entire group, just sitting right there.
The whole group. Well, I hope they had as miserable an experience at a baseball game as I did, because it was terrible place to watch a baseball game.
Absolutely.
Terrible.
I've not been to the new place there. My son has. He's seen a few games there already, and he likes it.
Yeah. It's a real baseball stadium.
So here is Felix Martinez leading things off. And the first pitch is lined right to second base, and Nico makes the play.
I like that.
I imagine you would.
Next up to bat,
2 more of those, please.
designated hitter, number 20, Skylar Barnes.
So, on my score sheet, you've given me room now to put the defense.
How's that working out for you so far?
I like it a lot, but I want you to notice what I did here is just
Nico.
Yeah. And that one is grounded. Tanksley behind second base makes the play.
Yeah, it's 2 like that, so I'll take another one, please. One
Just
pitch.
smooth as silk. We don't see, obviously, a lot of the shortstops in the area.
Yeah.
We see the ones in the district, and I can't imagine many that are better and smoother defensively than Kyle Tanksley.
Yeah. No, he knows what he's doing with the glove.
And now Peyton Wilczynski takes a strike.
What's interesting about Kyle, like many shortstops, he's going to make the most errors on the team just because that's the nature of the position, even at the elite level.
And that is popped up into shallow center field, and Kyle comes over and makes the play. Boy, that was a jam shot. 1, 2, 3. Couldn't have gone any easier. We head to the top of the 7th, 5-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Who?
Caden. I'll tell you who. Caden Cochran is the new pitcher, which means that there's a new right fielder, and I don't know right now who that is.
Looks like number 2?
No, that'd be Alvarado, and he's at second.
Okay. It's a single digit.
And the first pitch to Shea Young is low.
Here we go, 9.
Good fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is not to sound mean, but he pitches like an outfielder.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of. He's coming at it though. He's a little quicker to the plate than Turner was. Let's go.
And the 1-2 pitch, and he came off the mound very awkwardly, like he might have turned an ankle.
Looks to be okay. Still stretching it out a little bit.
Chandler Hart on deck, or Shea Young and Chandler Hart. And Young takes another pitch out of the zone. 3-2.
Now, technically, you are not allowed to wear that black on your face when you're pitching.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a leadoff walk. And you kind of saw a little bit of that when he was throwing his warm-up pitches.
Yeah. First 2 or 3 went to the
Next
backstop.
up to bat for the Eagles, first baseman number 26.
I did not
Chandler
flinch, though.
Hart.
Just have
You did
know.
not.
I'll have you know, did not flinch. They were low enough; it didn't hit the net. It hit the wall.
So leadoff walk, and Chandler Hart at the plate. First pitch swinging, fouls it off.
He does have a little more giddy up on the fastball.
Yeah, he does.
Than Turner did. But I have not seen anything other than the fastball.
No balls and a strike. Cochran checks the runner at first. And the pitch.
And that was a curveball.
That was a curveball in for a strike. So Cochran in front of Chandler. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Just tap foul. Chandler 1 for 3 today. RBI in the first. And the 0-2 is popped up. Drifting out into shallow right field and being called off now was Alvarado as the right fielder comes in and makes the grab. And let's see. Well, that is 2. So Alvarado actually is now in right field, I believe.
Yes. And number 3 is at second base.
So that is Beto Saucedo. So we've got the mystery figured out finally.
So Alvarado and Saucedo, you said? Saucedo.
Yes.
Almost, do you know what an Alphonse Gaston routine is?
Yes.
All right, they almost did an Alphonse Gaston.
Outside.
Should we explain it?
Go ahead. Because, not everybody's as old as we are.
That's true. But, I mean, that's older than us, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's a baseball term. And Alphonse Gaston were, I believe, vaudeville entertainers. Who their shtick was
slap toward right field, but that one's going to drift well foul.
They would stand in front of a doorway and go, "Oh no, you first, my dear Alphonse. No, you first, my dear Gaston," and that was the whole bit. You go first. No, you take it. So the Alphonse Gaston routine in a baseball setting is when you have 2 fielders come together and neither one of them makes the catch because the other one is saying, "Oh no, you have you have the honor."
Outstanding. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You don't get a chance to use Alphonse Gaston very much.
No, I would not begrudge that. I definitely would not keep you from using it. And that's a ground ball, base hit into left field. Young stops at second. By the way, good to see that Ryan Blessing looks like whatever pain he was in from that hit by pitch is gone. That was a good swing.
For the Eagles,
and runners at first and second now with Carson O'Neill coming to the plate.
His streak of home runs is in jeopardy.
It is. And somehow I don't think he'll be heartbroken if the score holds up. Checking the runner at second, and the pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I don't know if he is, but I would be thinking it because, of course, I never hit 2 home runs in back-to-back games any time.
I never hit 2 home runs in my life, period. Stretched out over the years of me playing Little League Baseball.
All the fields I played till I was 15 or 16, but all of the fields I played on Long Island, none of them had fences, so I never hit an over-the-fence home run. I had home runs, but it was, into the gully on a grounder.
I just remember getting together with my friends, and we would play every once in a while on a field that was kind of a little league field, but we liked it because it did have a fence. I couldn't even hit the ball out there. I mean, no power whatsoever. Wiffle ball, though, I was Babe Ruth.
Lefty, did you wear number 3 in the backyard?
Sure. Check swing, a called strike. 1-2.
So you backyard wiffle ball or front of the house wiffle ball?
Mostly the front. And I'll tell you why in a moment. 1-2. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We had a backyard, and it was fenced on both sides, but it wasn't a huge backyard, and so it was really easy to hit one over the fence, and it got a little tiresome having to go through the gate, and that is hit well into right field, and that ball is going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. This could be a 3-bagger for O'Neill. 2 runs are going to score. It's a triple for Carson O'Neill. Not a home run, but still pretty darn nice.
He will take that.
That ball was crushed, and it's now 7-0.
Left field, number 12.
And here is Caden Muscat.
I will say this: I have not seen this before, and maybe it's just because I haven't been paying attention, and maybe it's because he's had to take trots around the bases. Carson's fast.
He really is. He really is, and that's why I was pretty confident even before he got to second that he was going to go all the way to third, because those long legs of his were getting
moving.
Yeah. Outside. So we did play a lot on the driveway, but here's the thing. Now that I think about it, okay, made sense at the time, but now that I think about it, what was the better move? As the pitch hits him. Did it? No.
Nope.
Wow.
But see, there's one bounced off of the brick right back. No chance for O'Neill. In Allen, Carson scoring, walking.
Yeah.
Walking in.
Well, I don't know how that missed Caden. So anyway, what makes more sense? Having to go through a couple of gates or having to constantly run out in the middle of the street? Now, I am proud to say that I do remember a couple of just prodigious home runs that actually landed either on the driveway or I think a couple even bounced off one of the houses across the street.
Nice.
Inside corner for a strike, 3-2. Love those. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count. And Muscat lifts that one into center field. Coming on is Mosley, can't make the play. That one's going to get by him. A run is going to score, and it is a double for Muscat as the throwback to the infield gets away, but good job of backing it up, and it is now 8-0.
Now batting for the
Here is Nico Evangelopoulos. And he gave up. The PA guy just said Nico E.
Well, recognize your strengths and weaknesses, I suppose.
Nico struck out his first time up. Looks at a pitch up and in. All right. I think it's time, because mercy rule no longer applies, obviously, because you're going into the bottom of the 7th anyway. So, all respect to the guys. Let's wrap this up. Let's get it going. And I literally just dropped my score sheet.
Oh no, go get it. I'll handle the play-by-play, no problem. And a ball outside.
Oh, that was great work.
My career was short-lived as the play-by-play.
You know, I doubt that's ever happened to a major league announcer where the score sheet has drifted away and he had to go get it. Oh, well. And that's a strike. Three balls, one strike.
Short-lived or short-lived?
I don't know. I think, you know, as that one is fouled off, I think it's short-lived, and I've never really understood that.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Glad we settled that. I don't know. I have to look that up. We'll go to the 1984 edition of Webster's for that.
3-2 pitch, and Nico spoils it.
The American Heritage Dictionary, which I had to own as a freshman when I was in high school. Everyone was required to buy that dictionary. Oh.
And
nope.
That is hit well toward the left, but not well enough. As there to make the play is Wilczynski. Muscat stays at second, and there's two down.
Sounded better off the bat, but I think he hit it more on the end than I thought.
Catcher, number 6, Austin Mack.
Austin Mack comes to the plate. He walked last time up, 0 for 2 on the day. And a called strike. So if this score holds up, Allen will continue their undefeated streak in district play. And that is laced to left, and again right there is Wilczynski to make the catch. Hit pretty well, but right at him. And we are done with the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom, 8-0 in favor of Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
We are in the bottom of the 7th inning as J.W. Powell looking for the CG. He has been outstanding, and he's not looking for it because Brooks Bentley's in the game. Tried to be cool with the whole, CG thing, and
then you realize
I see number 8.
Yep.
And I do understand exactly why Coach Wilson is bringing him in a spot like this. This is almost like bullpen work.
Oh, for sure.
And it's a good idea if you've got him starting. Maybe I wouldn't say, well, you never know. We've seen Bentley close out a game and then start the next one.
Yeah, it could be, but it's cold day. That was kind of a long inning after going 6. And like I said, get him a little work. We have 3 games next week. So you know that you may need JW for something next week, too, in short relief.
Caden Cochran, Elijah Vega, Jackson Waitchen due up here in the 7th. And Bentley delivers way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bentley will always be an answer to that valuable trivia question of who was our first post-game interview.
That's right.
That one missed. Tiny bit.
Tiny bit.
Two balls, no strikes. And that misses high, 3-0.
Brooks needs to settle in here a little bit. You talk about the complete game. So few complete games in Major League Baseball, not even getting to the 7th inning.
Mm-hmm.
Or 6th inning.
Yeah, again, we sound like dinosaurs about 6 times a game, but you remember when guys would throw 120, 130 pitches in a game?
Yep.
Popped up, should be playable. Chandler Hart in foul territory, squeezes it, and there's 1 down.
I like the way Chandler took charge of that one.
Yep. And I like the way that Brooks settled down and threw 2 straight strikes to retire the hitter.
Now batting catcher number 17.
Well, as Ed mentioned earlier, same 2 teams coming up day after, no, I was about to say day after tomorrow, but that wouldn't be true.
No.
That would be Tuesday when they meet again at Allen. In there for a strike.
Now Brooksy's found it.
Yep. And the 0-1. He found it, and then he lost it. Very unusual to see Brooks not just miss, but that wildly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled behind the booth toward the concession stand. Actually, toward the parking lot.
It is Grandparents' Night coming up on Tuesday against Princeton.
At Allen or just generally throughout the world?
Nope,
okay,
just
good.
at Allen.
Good.
And then Thursday we have Plano West coming in.
Swing and a miss, and Vega strikes out for the 2nd time, and here is Jackson Waitchen, the last hope for Princeton.
Now batting first base, number 16.
So, as I said, Plano West coming in on Thursday night. That is going to be ASA night, so look for the young'uns to be running around.
Yep.
Lots of them thinking that they're keeping foul balls and then can't.
No balls and a strike to Waitchen.
And I'm sorry, we do not have 3 games next week. It's just 2. We have nothing on Saturday. We have Plano West the following Tuesday.
Whew. And I would say that he's probably 1 pitch away from ending this one. I don't know if do we have any more Saturday games? I'm sure we do.
Yes, we do. We have the senior day, which is against Highland
that's
Park,
right.
I believe.
That's right, but no more district Saturday games, I believe.
That's correct. Oof.
I believe it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The
scoreboard says 2-1.
No, it's
Oof.
Strike that, reverse it. Little Willy Wonka reference.
Outside, 2-2, or according to them, 3-1. But it's 2-2. Trust us. And the pitch. Got a piece to stay alive. You know the cute little, what is she, 2-year-old girl that we pointed out earlier?
Yeah.
Wonder if she's doing the balls and strikes.
Could be.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is the ball game. Just what you'd expect from Allen. A reasonably easy 8-0 win over Princeton. Thoughts? comments, observations?
Well, looking forward to Tuesday. Get these two teams back together, and hopefully Allen can do the same thing. It was a dominant performance by Allen once again. Little surprise, can I say, that it wasn't a run rule.
Yeah, it was just after the first inning when Turner settled in, the bats went quiet for a little bit, and it was really, with the exception of Carson O'Neill's triple, not a lot of real power or gap shots or anything like that. Just pretty good fundamental baseball. Yep. And that's what Allen does extremely well. And then you got to say that if we did have a player of the game, if we were able to do an interview, and for games like this, it's really hard because they go directly to the bus, J.W. Powell would have to be our guy.
Absolutely. Maybe we'll try and get him. I'll try to talk to him at a practice. I'm going to try and go up because we have I have to test the new line that they put in for the network. So maybe I'll grab JW. But regardless, we will talk to somebody next Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these two teams have to offer then.
All right, sounds good. Ed, outstanding work as always. Even though you didn't offer to go after my score sheet when it blew away momentarily. Nobody else did either. Everybody was laughing, but nobody wanted to get it. So
hey, I needed to start my play-by-play career.
And you did fine. Outstanding work.
Ball outside. That's it. That's all I got. All right.
So for Ed, I'm Mike. Again, your final score: Allen 8, Princeton nothing. We'll see you on Tuesday night.